Hey guys, Brix back with another LEGO Transformer review, and today we have an original creation inspired by the Well of Allsparks challenge for the month of May. This month we are all doing Ecto-1, and I think I am going to go with the name Plasm. Yes. So let's check them out. Okay, so here we have Plasm, a name suggested by Mindbender himself. So shout out to him. This is the Ghostbusters Ecto-1 car. Looks pretty cool. Built in my mini scale, of course. It was pretty difficult getting all that stuff on top and figuring out where to put it in robot mode. But for vehicle mode, as you can see, he does roll fairly well. It's not really racing anybody, but all wheels do move, so that's pretty cool. And that is it for a robot. I mean, not for a robot, for vehicle mode. I guess we could take a little close-up on the stuff we got hanging out there on the roof. Take a look at all these cool details right here. I used a few different reference pictures to try to get the colors and all the mechanisms and stuff down. It cleans up pretty well in robot mode. Let's give you guys a nice good view of all of that. Very cool. The underside, can't see anything because it's super zoomed in. But the underside, can't really tell that there's any robot stuff going on under there, so I like that. So let's get on to transformation. Now I have a waist joint right here that's like kind of not really loose, but it's not too much clutch power there, not too much friction, so this part kind of bends back and forth a little bit, but when it's sitting down, can't really tell. That's the only real gap in the whole vehicle mode anyway. Alright, so let's see how much I could do of this without completely tearing it apart. So, zoom out a little bit more. So we have space to operate. The first thing that I believe we want to do, let's see, do we want to work on the top or the bottom first? Well, we have to technically work on the top first. Alright, so we are going to loosen up the windshield from two studs. So we have one right there and one on the opposite end. So this is like a 1x4. Oh, can you see? Oh, couldn't see. This is a 1x4 with a stud on each end. So let's see, we got one up. Just kind of work the fingernail in there. There we go. And I effectively push the other one back in as I do that. So it's really tight, so that's why it's kind of difficult to get them all going at the same time. The next thing we want to do is flip it around like this, and we'll be able to take the arm and bend it out, or rotate it out, like so. And do the same on the other side, if it so chooses, like so. There we go. So we got that part so far done. The next thing that we want to do is, let's see, it'll be better to do this now, I guess. Yeah, that's how we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna bend at the waist, bend down like this, kind of let the arms hang out there, and we're gonna try to get the head out of the chest right there. There we go. Nice and difficult like, right? And we're gonna put that right there. Once we do that, we can lift the chest up or tilt it down a little bit. And then we're gonna lift up the arms on this piece right here. If I can get both up. It's a little loose. I'll tighten that up right there. Then we want to rotate it 180 degrees. That's done on like a Technic pin. Just having to get both of them in line at the same time without it coming apart there, which it's trying to do. Everybody is still lined up. There we go. So we finish rotating it like so. Then we could drop them down again. Like that. Next thing that we want to do, I'll just set that down just for ease right now. We're going to take the chest piece and rotate that 180 degrees. Like so. Alright, everybody's cool. Everybody's happy. We got most of the top half done already. The next thing that we want to do with the whole torso folded back, like so. Actually, what we want to do is rotate the torso, which this thing right here is gonna hate me for. All you have to really do is just move one arm out the way, and then everybody else is cool. So we have that rotated to the back. So now the front of the car is facing the bottom of the car. Then we're going to take the top half and rotate that up like that. Well, we're going to take the roof and rotate it up. So that way, that'll let us free up the legs. Oh, forgot a step. Gotta take these tailpipes down here, lift them all the way up. That kind of helps keep the knees and everything in place, or locks them up in vehicle mode. And then we can fold out the legs like so. And as you can see, he's beginning to take shape. So before we finish off the legs, well, I guess we could do that now. We're gonna basically take these ball joints right here and push them further up. So it's gonna go all the way and do the same on the other side. Like so. So before we finish with the legs, we're gonna go to the backpack over here. And how this works is we're going to rotate it like that, and then it's going to rotate up to lay flat against the back like that. Very nice. Now just note that this piece right here with the two foreign bars sticking out, that's just sitting on there with a stud, and every time I've transformed this guy, this whole piece right here falls off. So hopefully it works with us today. That'll be nice. The next thing that we're going to do is finish up on the legs by flipping this out right here. See if I could get a little closer in on that. And then we rotate on the bar 180 degrees and then lift it back up. So that kind of creates like a protruding foot right there. Got a little gap right there, which is fine. It's more so for decoration than anything else. Well, I mean, definitely functionality. So we do the same on the other side. Rock it down on that rocking plate and then rotate the bar 180 degrees and bring the foot back up. Very nice. So we're just going to leave him standing there for now so that we could finish up on the arms. Which with this, we're going to have to kind of grab it by this little gray brick right there. Let's see if I can get close up for you guys. Close up with some light, right? See that dark gray brick right there? That's a stud. I mean, that's a brick with a stud on each side. So we're gonna have to grab it there and kind of take the forearm and, you know, shimmy it down a little bit. So do that on this side first. And it's more so just for the sake of being able to bend the elbow and stuff. Like so. Very good. Make sure everything's nice and tight still. So when you get the forearm out like that, you can take the hand back here and rotate it out. And once we have that done, let's see if I can zoom in on this piece as I'm doing it. Once we get there, we're just gonna push the headlight brick further onto the robot arm to not make it look so lengthy, like so. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Do it so you guys could see. Shimmy it down a little bit. And boom. Make sure this guy is standing up nice and neat. Very good. And then also his forearm, well, his hand is hiding in his forearm. This and rotate it out, and then push the hand into the wrist, and there we go. And we are pretty much done. Yeah. Pick it up, zoom out a little bit. You guys can see everything. Very nice, very nice. Plasm is looking pretty dope, pretty dope. So it was suggested that I try to make a part of the backpack become the gun. Now I tried to I guess figure this out right before the video, so I never actually tested it in robot mode because I didn't want to transform it all the way in robot mode before the video again. So what I did is I took one of the green barrels back there and made that like the rifle and attached it with this the string right there. So you guys are going to kind of see how that works with me for the first time. So we're just going to bring this down here so it's a little bit closer to us, like so. And basically what we're going to do, let's see, is that the side that we want? No, it's this side. Wow. Silly me. So we take this and more or less unwrap everything. And then we could probably put this piece in his hand. So let's rotate this guy back around. Like so. And we could take this piece, put it in his hand right there. Maybe. I guess it's a little high right there, so what we're going to do is turn that stud around so that we could put the gun in his hand like so. And that was a success, so definitely thank you for suggesting that. Get this guy back center stage so we could do a nice little final rotation. So Plasm came out pretty good. I think one of the toughest parts were the arms, because his transformation is kind of similar to like what Hot Rod would be, to where the front of the car becomes the shoulders, and Hot Rod was really difficult. That's why I don't see him yet. The legs, those were pretty easy. The chest mechanism, that took a while to figure out because I had to hide the head inside of the chest and be able to rotate it 180 degrees where it stood. And it has to lock into the arms and all sorts of stuff. So all of that was really kind of difficult to figure out. But I love his proportions. They're, nice and beefy. So, he doesn't look scrawny really anywhere on him at all. The backpack cleans up really well. And, yeah, I kind of like it. Now, the head is supposed to sit back a little bit. If I had to change one thing, it might be the size of the head, but I kind of like it. It's pretty cool. And now he has a built-in weapon, so that's even cooler. So let's do a size comparison. Because even though, as far as vehicle mode, he's a pretty small dude. He's probably, not much longer than my Bumblebee. But he stacks up really tall. He's roughly about the same height as my Optimus Maximus. And he's, pretty bigger than my standard Transformers. Let's see if I could get another size comparison in here somewhere. Let's see. Still got V3 Optimus Prime that we got to review. And yeah, he's fairly taller than my Optimus Prime. So even though his vehicle mode is really tiny, he stacks up pretty tall in robot mode. Alright, let's get that guy back center stage. Very nice, very nice. So, this is BX Brix thanking you guys once again for liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting as always. Once again, shout out to the Well of Allsparks for inspiring this challenge right here. This is pretty dope. So, considering that this is coming from that particular Lego group, make sure that you stay tuned for you're going to see a lot more people posting Transformers of the Ecto-1. So anybody who has posted it so far, I'm going to put their link down in the description below. It's going to be down there somewhere, definitely. So make sure you go check theirs out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be really awesome. I've seen some of their stuff before they released it, and it's going to blow your minds for sure. I don't know if I'm going to put instructions for this up. I might. Maybe I'll make like a separate section on the website for like original Transformers. But there's no way that I could sit there and do an instructional video for this on YouTube. It would take probably a week to shoot, and it'll probably be like several videos long, because this is one complicated bot right here. Like this is fairly more complicated than most of my Transformers, as far as like the engineering that goes into that to make it, look decent, So, yeah, if you want this guy, email me at bxbrix1@gmail.com. I don't know if I'm going to put it on the website or not, but we'll see. So I'm going to just release this kind of in between my normal stuff, because it's, more specific to a challenge and not necessarily in the main lineup of my videos. Like we just released, what did we just release? We just released Double Cross. So we'll probably see another monster bot next, like maybe Repugnance or Grotesque or something. And I'm still working on the horse transformer. I just got to figure out the arms. But once again, thank you guys for watching. We will see you next time. Peace.